G'day guys, and welcome again to Pure Property Investment One-on-One. I'm here today with Tristan Sifo. Tristan, good to have you back in the studio.
Pleasure, it's good to be here again.
Tristan is a financial planner, also a wealth coach. Does a lot of work with probably everyone from first-time investors, people looking to probably set some goals, finances in place from the early stages right through to retirement planning and everything in between. And probably that's one part that we want to discuss today, if it's okay with yourself, mate, is with some of the changes to the May budget. One of the things that we're seeing come across the table for first home buyers is the First Homer Super Savings Scheme.
Yeah.
There's probably a little bit more detail. Yeah, it is. They need an acronym for that, which I'm sure they do back in the back rooms of Canberra. But I'm hoping you might be able to share with some of our viewers a little bit about how that works and how that can potentially help first home buyers. And can they use that money potentially to invest as well, or is it a bit of a taboo topic?
Great questions. Look, not taboo, it's just that we don't really have all the answers just yet, I'm sorry to say. Yeah. But there is some good news and some bad news. The good news is, if you didn't know, superannuation is a really great place to have money. Bigger picture, comparing it to having a company, yep, comparing it to having assets in your own name, comparing it even just to other trusts, it's probably the best tax-effective vehicle long-term for holding any assets. So being able to not just invest in your super, but then be able to take money back out of your super to use for a property is a really good idea, I think. It's going to incentivize more people to save in super, and it will make it more feasible for first-time investors to get their first property. The bad news is I don't believe it's going to be usable for investment. So it's only possible if you pull the money out to buy your own home. You're going to have to live in it. Even if you intend for that to be an investment, there's going to be a few check boxes you're going to have to tick off, and one of them will definitely be having to move into it as if it's your own place. So it's a bit of a win and a lose for investors.
There's some probably word to the wise there a little bit about the fact that super as the vehicle it was intended on years and decades back is being utilised in a way that is quite useful from a tax effective haven, giving younger people the ability to potentially look at sacrificing some of their wages, better their savings ability, and probably set some good habits in place long term as well, which is another great opportunity for people even after the 2 years where they can offset that cash, bring it back out, buy their home. Maybe not from an investment perspective, but I think long term it's going to really allow people to get into the property market quicker whilst not having to pay as much income tax potentially along the way. So thanks for that insight, mate. It's well worth, and I think no doubt there's obviously a lot of detail that goes below what we just talked about top line. But if you do want to get in touch with Tristan to talk about how you might be planning to buy your own home in the next few years, months, weeks, whatever it looks like, and how you might be able to effectively use that new policy and maximise it for what it's worth, his details are at the bottom of the screen, and feel free to give Tristan or his team a buzz, and I'm sure they'll be happy to sit down and have a chat. And likewise from our side, from a property specific perspective, we work obviously in the owner-occupier perspective and the investment property space, so feel free to give us a call if you have any property related questions, and we'll catch up with you soon. Cheers.